Hi guys, today let's see how to create a chat room application using the lifecycle hooks concept of Ionic 2. So lifecycle hooks are nothing but functions or events that get triggered whenever you navigate between the pages of your Ionic application or the views of your Ionic application. These lifecycle hooks are highly useful in certain aspects of the app. To demonstrate how these lifecycle hooks work, we'll just use a couple of them in our application and see what's their function. So this tutorial would more be like a sequel to my previous real-time chat using Ionic and Sockets.io post. I'll be, what I'll be doing is I'll be building upon that application, and I'll be making, already that application showed how to send a real-time message between two clients, right? So here we'll be creating chat rooms, independent chat rooms, that is, and navigating between chat rooms and how users can effectively access them. So let's get started. First, what I have done, usually I start with blank apps, right? Usually I open up terminals and then start with blank apps for you guys. So but in this app, since as I told you that we would already be building upon that code from my previous post, I've already taken the liberty of cloning that code and opening it in my editors. This is the backend, as you can see. It's a simple socket listener, and it would emit the message. And this is the front end, as you can see, from the this thing, my code, chat client code. So let's get started. First of all, in my home.html, I have created a text field, an input field, set name button, and navigate to room 1, navigate, and two other buttons, right? Okay. Now we'll have two rooms in our application, that is the chat rooms, independent chat rooms in our application. And what we have done here is we have just got a field name as input from the user, and then we are setting it to the local storage so that we could access the local storage from both the rooms, right? So that's the purpose of it. And according to the button, we are navigating to whichever room the user picks. That's what we have done in the home page. So yeah, that's all. We are just navigating to these pages. So let's get started with the first room. So now I'll take the code from my previous home.html, right? I'll take the code from my nothing fancy about it. I'm just copying and pasting it and then adding that one import ng zone from what is that, angular 2/core. Okay, now what we'll do is, this is the code for a simple, it will display simple input box, and then while clicking on send, it will send the message. That's all. That's what's there in this code. So how are we going to modify this? First of all, we'll give it a name. This is room 1 and that is room 2. Okay. So what we need to do is, and what should happen is, whenever the user enters the room 1, it should show this user has entered room 1, and whenever he leaves room 1, it should show this user has left room 1, right? So we'll do that using lifecycle hooks first. Lifecycle hooks are just a set of simple functions. That is, I think there are 7 functions, and those are packaged along with the nav controller in Ionic 2. So let's make use of one. On page did enter. What this will do is, once the view is focused, or once the view becomes active, after the view becomes active, this will work. This will get triggered. If you give it as on page will enter before the view gets triggered, before the view becomes active, this will get triggered. That's the difference. So that's two lifecycle hooks there. Okay, what we need to do is we need to emit, right? This emit.socket user entered, and we'll emit some. We need to emit that user, right? The user who entered his name, we need to emit. The name we could get it from window.local storage, I guess. And similarly, we need to, we'll have one for when he leaves. On page did leave. Okay, so this will be user dot leave. Okay, now what we need to do is, what I'll do here is, for simplification, for clarity, I'll start sending the data as packets. Okay, this dot packet equal to data, and this is the first one, blank field. Second one will be the room. Sorry, not this, right? Not equal to room will be room 1, right? Okay, now whenever I send using this, I'll send it as on page, did enter. Here I'll set this dot packet dot data equal to window dot local storage dot get item, sorry, get item nickname, right? Since already I had saved it as window dot local storage set item nickname, right? Here when I am setting the name, so what I am doing is I am getting it, nothing fancy here, and then I am passing this dot packet here. So this packet of data which will have both the name of the user and the room, which room he has entered. So the same thing will be applicable for when he leaves also, right? This dot packet. Okay. Okay, now for entering and leaving we have written code. For sending message we will modify accordingly. We need to give it as data and room, right? So if this dot data dot this dot packet dot data equal to message, and here we'll this dot packet. Okay, now we'll write the listeners. Listeners we can simply copy from here. What we need to do here is, instead of this, what we need to do is we need to listen for particular events, particular data particular emitted data that is flagged with this room's listeners, right? So what I am here doing here is, instead of this dot socket dot on message simply blindly giving it as message, I am giving it as this dot packet dot room plus message, that is room 1 message. Now you understand that, a simple string concatenation. And same thing I am doing here, this dot room, packet dot room plus what is this, user entered, right? Yeah, user entered, and here it would be, it just has it as user. Okay, yeah, okay, and this will be message, and yeah, and now I'll just copy this once again, this dot socket on packet user leave, right? User leave, and this will again be user. Okay, now I have methods for handling when the user enters, when the user leaves, and when the user sends a message, right? So and I have listeners for that also. Now let me go ahead and tweak the backend slightly so that it could adjust to this. Also, before going to the backend, why not I create a second room in this exact same fashion? I'll just copy the code. That would be more appropriate, easier. And the first room in this code also will be almost exact except a slight change. So I'll just copy this, paste it here. Instead of room 1, I'll give it as room 2, and I'll add the import. Oh, sorry guys. From Angular 2/core. Okay. Now I'll tweak the backend. Backend tweaking is pretty much, it's implementing, rather than implementing a simple logic to handle that. So how are we going to do that? First of all, socket.message, we are emitting this here, right? Socket where is it, send this dot socket.image. So this packet will be coming here. So how we need to handle this? We'll have, instead of message, I'll say data message. Okay, so how we need to handle this? First of all, we'll split this and send it accordingly. according to the room. Data message dot room plus message, and here it will be data message dot data, right? So when the data comes here, it will and it will emit it as room 1 message with the flag room 1 message comma data, or a room 2 message comma data. So the server will handle this in an effective way, so that the data goes only to the nodes listening on room 2, right? So the nodes in room 1 and room 3 won't receive, or in any other room won't receive that. So what we need to just copy this twice, and each time this is user entered data. Now here we will have it as simple as user, and this one is user, this one is user entered again, and this one is user. I'll copy this, and then I'll give it as user leave. This is user leave, right? This one I will simply delete it. Okay, backend we have tweaking we have done. So what we have done now, I'll just explain the flow once, whatever we have done so far. First of all, the user will come here, he will enter his name here, and that name will be set into the local storage using this set name function. Then he will choose whether he wants to go to room 1 or room 2, and the navigation will happen accordingly. Once he is in the room, what he will do is he might send a message, right? And upon entering, he will window will display this guy has this person has so and so has entered this room, and whenever he sends a message, that message will get displayed to all the people who are in the same room. And whenever he exits the room, it will show this person has exited the room, has left the room, right? So that's what's happening here, and we'll make this a bit more beautiful, like user has entered and has left. Okay, now let's see how the backend goes. We'll just run it. Hopefully it might go fine. Okay, while this is getting fired up, I'll just open my browsers. I have one browser already open here. Okay, as we expected, this thing has come up, right? And for some reason, I don't know what reason, this Firefox doesn't respond to now. This thing doesn't work on Firefox now. And let me have it here. I'll open one more browser. This would be an incognito window. Since why I'm doing this is usually the local storages of browsers get synced up, and since we are using the local storage specifically in our application, what will happen is whenever I change the name of one user or set the name of one user, all the other local storage also gets changed or modified. So it will create a huge headache, right? So I'm going incognito, which will have its own local storage. So no issues there. Okay, now I have to consider this as two mobile devices, and for the third one I'll maybe use an Opera browser. Okay, now we have three browsers, three mobile devices. Assume that they are mobile devices. First one I'm setting it as Vincent set, and Vincent is moving to room 1. Okay, second one would be Gary. I'm setting it, and Gary is also moving to room 1. Oh, what happened? It should have displayed Gary has moved in, right? There is something wrong with the code. We'll just check. Oh, sorry guys. I make such silly mistakes. This socket.emit, right? This is this.socket.image. And since I copied that same thing here also, this is this.socket.emit. See, I make such mistakes and then keep on wondering why I'm not getting something. Is that operating? Yeah, all three are fresh and fine. Raja, this is set, and I'm going to room 1. Raja has entered. This is carry, set, and going to room 1. Carry has entered, and here it shows carry has entered. And here I'll wins, set, room 1. Wins has entered. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll show that the application works fine. Hello. Yeah, it works fine, right? Everyone is receiving this message, and he says hi. Everyone is receiving this message, no issues here, right? So let's see how the rooms are independent from each other. First of all, I'll go back here. Wins has left in both things it is showing, so our code is working fine as of now. Let it be wins. I'm going to room 2 now. Okay, no guy is in room 2, right? No, both the Raja and Gary are in room 1. So I'm just typing hi and clicking send. No one's here, right? But now I'm clicking back here. Here it shows Raja has left. And now Raja is going to room 2. Why is it? Oh, sorry guys. There too I had to change, right? This dot socket. I make such silly mistakes. I don't know why. And I've been doing this, silly mistakes from college. Okay, so let's get it in a single attempt. This will be wins. Wins is in room 1. Okay. This would be Gary. Gary is in room 1. This would be Tom. Tom is in room 2. First of all, Vince and Gary can chat with each other, right? But Tom wouldn't get their messages because he is in the second room. So let's suppose that Vince has left the room. Vince has left, and then he is moving to room 2. See, Vince. The reason. See, this is one major thing with copy pasting. Whenever you copy paste, you need to change there also. Some editors, some IDEs, it's so clever that wherever you have copy pasted, it will edit change automatically. But obviously brackets, is little less of an IDE and more of an editor. So yeah, there you go. What happened? Okay, I'll just do Raja, and I'm in room 1, and Vince, I'm again in room 1, typing hello, sending. This is Neville, he's in room 2, and then here I can type anything. Okay, now I'm leaving this. Raja has left, and Raja is moving to room 2. Raja has entered in room 2, as you can see. Then I'm going typing hello, and it's going here, right? And I can type here. So as you can see, the rooms are independent from each other, and the first room is different from the second room. Whatever I do in the second room, it's not getting reflected in the first room, and whatever I do in the first room is not getting reflected in the second room. Suppose I'm going back, Neville is going back, Neville has left, and Neville is going to room 1, Neville has entered. So now I can type here, chat with this Neville without the messages being transferred to the second room. So as you can see, this offers an exclusivity among the rooms. So yeah, that's it guys. This is what I wanted to show you using lifecycle hooks in order to build excellent applications. And you could easily track between the navigation between your views, right? That's what the purpose of this tutorial was. And I believe I hope I have explained it quite clearly using this chatrooms application. which we have done using socket.io. So if you felt that this video was helpful, please click subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel and hit on the thumbs up, so that I could be motivated to make more videos like this. So whatever video I'll make, I'll just share it with you guys. Don't worry about that. And thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this helps you, and I'll make more videos for you. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.